Students, this is the peer teach video for problem 2. Take a look. This particular activity as a peer teacher, peer tutor, your job is to create dialogue, not simply dictate an answer. You're supposed to be asking your teammates more questions than answers. You elect the teammates, your quad mates, to read aloud. So your job is to pester, dialogue, question, and elect. I will be grading these presentations. I'm going to wander around. This is in the progress category. Let me just read you what a 5 out of 5 looks like so there's no confusion. To get a 5 out of 5, you're going to show given implied freebies on the diagram. You engage every member by name in the problem-solving process with questions. You use precise math language and vocabulary from this unit, and you show all work. That's a 5 out of 5. I'm going to be quiet for 10 seconds so that you can just read what a 4 and a 3 look like. All right, taking a look at this problem. I'm going to kind of do this with you, and keep in mind this is going to help you engage others. So we have here in the original diagram that EF and ED are congruent. EF and ED are congruent. And we're also told that EH and EG are congruent. EH and EG. And we're trying to get these angles equal. F congruent to D. Question mark. Now, we have overlapping triangles. It's really easy to see that you have overlapping triangles here. So when things are overlapping, it's best that you pull them apart. Get your classmates to do the overlapping and the pull apart like this. So we are going to pull them apart here. On this side. Okay, so watch carefully. I'm going to do the pull aparts right here, and it's a little bit easier to see what's going on. You were told that EF and ED are congruent, so EF, ED. I'm going to pull them apart, and this is E, F, and right here is D. And going this way, this is going to be E. Let's pick up H, and then that'll give us D going this way. Whoops, this is not D, this is G, right there, G. All right, so we're gonna do our pull aparts. The reds are equal, which on the pull outs is gonna be these two segments. You are also told that EH is congruent to EG. We're gonna mark these on the diagram. Hatch, hatch, you should be pestering your quad mates and asking. You have a pair of sides. Trace, trace, hatch, hatch. You have also a pair of sides. So we're walking through given. Given, implied, freebies, talk it through. So there is our given. Implied and freebies. Now, yes, there are vertical angles here, absolutely. But when you pull them apart, those vertical angles disappear. So you have to ask yourself, is there another freebie? If you look carefully, when the triangles overlap, they both overlap and share angle E. That's called a reflexive angle. They share angle E. That's called a reflexive angle. It's exactly shared. So that's going to give us an angle. So you see here that the triangles, let's talk it through, and this is, you're going to be asking leading questions here. If the triangles are equal, now, by side, angle, side, whole equal, parts equal. Then we can say our two target angles, which is F and D, are therefore congruent. So that's the order we're going to go. side, angle, side, whole equal, parts equal. So just down the margin, side, angle, side. So we know those are congruent. Why? It's given. Then we can go for the angle. And oh, reflexive angle, there's your angle. Let's see, EG is congruent to EH. That is given. There's your side. Now you can say the entire triangles are equal. Now watch, we're going to align the corners. I don't care where you start, but you must match it. So down here, if I start with G and I go E to F, look at the order. That's short end, point, long. You have to go short end, point, long. You have to match those corners. If you want to use a different order, that's fine. Just make sure you match the corners physically. So triangle GEF is congruent to triangle HED. Get your classmates to physically trace that so they can see I'm going short, point, long, short, point, long, so that they actually match. Reason why those triangles are congruent is side, angle, side. Finally, whole equal, parts equal. I can now say that angle D is congruent to angle F, whole congruent, parts congruent, or C, P, C, T, C.